What we do now at Dragon, we've been around 6 years, is help great companies go from a working prototype through high volume manufacturing. So that whole scaling thing from Dragon Certified, which if you're running a great Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or even trying to raise a round, we can make sure that you don't get over your skis by understanding how much money you really need, how long is it going to take, and then doing design reviews for design readiness. In terms of some of the companies we've been fortunate enough to work with, MakerBot, Pebble, Fitbit, Dropcam, Jibo, and so on. So it's really been great to be able to be part of their stories. What we're trying to do for hardware is, everybody says hardware is hard, and it is. It's insanely hard. Not only do you have software to contend with, but you've got all this other stuff, which I think we know because we're all in the room here. What we're trying to do at Dragon is realize our vision of making hardware feel easy. Like, we know behind the scenes there's a lot of gears turning, but by putting together processes and sort of building on our experience, we want to shed light on that path and give companies the fastest, easiest way to go from a prototype to production. So what I thought I'd focus on today is, in talking with hundreds or even thousands of hardware companies, we realize that a lot of them really struggle with the bill of materials or the BOM. And sometimes the analogy we think about is, if you consider, like, if I was going to say, give me your resume, we'd all sort of have a mental model in our head what that looks like, with your name and address on top, and then a chronological list of all your achievements. But when we say to these companies, let me take a look at your bill of materials, what we see is all over the map, and they're typically incredibly incomplete, which is insanely dangerous. As Hugo, as you're getting at, like, it's really a core building block of being able to create a successful product and a successful company. So we'll focus a little bit on that today. I'll lay some groundwork, and then I'll turn it over to Thos, our COO, who'll actually walk you through a tool we've built to try to make it a little easier for the community. And we also find that sort of the knowledge around BOM, or the standard, varies across the board. So it's not just a challenge little companies have, it's not a challenge big companies have, but it's really companies of all sizes. So let's see. Yeah, we can jump on. In terms of taking the survey, we had sent out to our newsletter of about 15,000 people, just asking them for feedback on their bill of materials. Like, what do you think? How are you guys doing? And the responses are definitely shaky. If we, for some of the companies that said, I think our BOM is good, when we started pressing on that, as Thos might say, they folded like a cheap suit. They just didn't have a lot of confidence that they had this thing nailed. And again, this is the fundamental building block of anything you're going to create for hardware. So it's so important to get it right. What we often would see is that companies were either using Excel or Google Sheets to do it. I think that was the majority, because we work a lot with startups. In the other case, as we know from iRobot, when we started working with Windchill, they'd have much heavier weight things like Windchill, Oracle, and SAP. And what I used to joke at iRobot, having lived through this, is nothing stops progress faster than Windchill. Like, that just put us to a dead stop when we're a startup trying to get product out. We thought, well, maybe there's an opportunity to help the community here and create a standard. You
want to go for me? Okay,
yeah,
cool. Okay, so what we did, based on all that feedback we were seeing, we saw a real opportunity. We said, what can we build that would help the community get to this sort of common starting point? If you think about some of the data you saw back there, nobody's confident in their BOM, everybody's using Google Sheets. So we said, what if we built an add-on for Google Sheets that would help the community just rally around a common starting point for the bill of materials? And if I can pull this off, I'm going to exit out and show you what we built. Uh-oh. How do I make this guy? There we go. All right, so what we have here is an example of a very, very, very incomplete, but sadly somewhat representative BOM of something that might come in the door at Dragon for a first conversation. And you can see it's got, some of the right columns. But what we've done is built this BOM add-on. So now when you go up here, the add-ons menu, I've already installed it, so you can see the Dragon standard BOM. And I'm trying to do this with my left hand, so it's not working. But I'm going to open the BOM menu, and now you see it start to work away. Launches a sidebar, and it says, hey, welcome. First thing you're going to do is create your part data sheets. So now you see it starting to work away, and it's going to create tabs for your packaging, your bare PCBs, your PCBA components, fabricated parts, purchase parts. And it puts in some example data for you as well. So as you're looking at it, you can say, okay, well, what do these things really mean? Because we realize that part of what we're trying to do here is just help get everybody on the same page, help get everybody thinking about these things as meaning the same thing. So we've got lots of definitions in here. Example data for each one of these tabs. I'll go very quickly, not even through all of them. I'm going to go like that. So you can see there's the example data here, and then the meat of it is in these reports. So assuming now I'll keep using the example data to keep it simple. But you can go through, generate a flat BOM. So it'll take all the data across all those sheets and get it onto one sheet for you. So you can go and start totaling up costs as you put them in. It's got some other features. This guy, check BOM for issues. And if I know our example data correctly, it's going to find a duplicate part in here. Yep, there you go. So it found a duplicate part spread out across all those tabs. And then probably the prettiest one is this BOM breakdown, where we've set up just some simple reports so you can start to visualize the makeup of your BOM and understand your extended cost by part type, fixed cost, and fixed cost by part type, and quantity by part type. A couple of other conveniences around. Again, just giving a better glossary and getting everybody on the same page about what all this data means. And that's really it. So the idea is a simple BOM add-on that can help everybody, whether they're using Google Sheets or any spreadsheet, start from a similar square so that when you're down the line interacting with partners, as your team starts to collaborate, everybody's speaking a common language, and we can just move faster and make hardware feel easy.